Brabham, driving a Cooper Climax, won the British Grand Prix at Aintree Circuit. He finished the race at an average speed of 89.88 miles per hour. In 1959, that was fast. It's not so fast in 1988. So many things have changed. Aerodynamically tested body shells, turbo induction, fuel injection, new super-efficient engines, and oils. Oils? Until recently, all oils were the same, but not now.
It's a perfect day for the 12th RAC British Grand Prix at Aintree. And they're away. The Cooper takes an early lead, followed by the PRM.
If your performance car entered the 1950s Grand Prix, you'd probably win it. In the 50s is when multigrades first appeared. Cars have changed a lot since then. Ordinary multigrades haven't changed as much. Today's performance cars deserve more than an ordinary multigrade. Shell Gemini, the performance oil that stays in grade. Gemini, one of the ways Shell is changing oil.
The commercial you've just seen took 3 days to shoot in the wilds of Norfolk. It recreated the sights and sounds of that day, 29 years ago. The day of the Grand Prix. For Shell, the commercial was a major component in a massive £4.5 million campaign to increase awareness of Gemini as an oil for the performance car driver, not just the motor racing enthusiast. For the film crew, it was hard work, in sometimes sub-zero conditions, but there were compensations. For the advertising agency, the brief from Shell was clear. Make it simple, powerful, with an uncompromising message.
The brief was really to look at Shell's whole business within the oil market itself, and then come up with the very best creative solutions for Gemini, which had been on the market for about 3 years, but arguably needed a bit more clout behind it in the market. We started really with the consumer. I think you've always got to start there, apart from looking at the market background, etc., etc. And we've had, as an agency, quite a few years now in automotive markets. So it wasn't too difficult a task. We bought time in that sense, because all pitches are quite a suppressed time length. Basically, oil is a distressed purchase. People don't really think about it. And a lot of change has happened with cars, with everything to do with cars, be it under the bonnet or suspension, and right through into accessories and gear and clothes and everything. Everything has changed in 10, 20 years. The only one thing that really hadn't changed is oil. It's a very lackluster market, therefore, so we had to get perceptions changed and get people interested in it. But it was really putting a surprising idea into people's minds, which is that, good grief, an ordinary, fairly ordinary performance car today could actually win a Grand Prix. And that's the shock, that's the creative idea, and then introduce Gemini on the back of that.
But what about the product? Was Gemini a good product or merely an ad man's fantasy?
Gemini is different because it has a unique base oil called Shell XHVI, which imparts to the lubricant multigrade characteristics while utilizing much less polymer than conventional oils. And by doing this, it has better shear stability characteristics, and it doesn't slip out of grade because this particular material isn't chopped to bits by the mechanical shearing that takes place in the engine. We've actually done this. We've gone out and selected, off the shelf a variety of competitive mainstream products, put them through the test, and we've discovered that the oils actually shear out of grade in this severe test, whereas Gemini doesn't.
So, Gemini was technically superior. Bringing home that fact was crucial to the message and to the success of the campaign.
The aim of the campaign is to raise the level of awareness amongst the general public about Gemini. The message is very simple. Motoring has changed, engines have changed, but hitherto engine oils haven't. That is until the development of the technology of Shell Gemini. Raising customer awareness of any product never comes cheap, and Gemini is a national product. The level of expenditure is necessary to actually build it up to the level we want to achieve, and is of course a measure of the success that it has had to date. It is a lot of money, but the benefits will be enormous. Mind you, 3 days to shoot a commercial does seem a little over the top.
The shoot itself is fine, the crew's good, and it's a nice assignment. It's damn weather is not very pleasant. We literally have had we've had half a day of shooting, but out of 3 days, 2.5 days so far, we've only had a half day shooting. And it's tricky because we're not using stunt drivers, we're using blokes that have their own cars and race them, and they're not really completely au fait with where the camera is and what the camera's doing. They just race, so it's a lot to do in a half day. Say it was a feature film and we were doing this sort of thing. We would spend, each vehicle would have a stunt driver or a racing driver who really knew his stuff, and the positionings would be worked out very carefully. I sit in the camera car with the TV set and the zoom control, and I frame the size of the image. The operator is in the back on the crane. He looks in the video screen and controls the movement of the camera, which is the end of the crane. And we just do it over and over. Fortunately, when you're behind like a day and a half, you don't feel that you really have the ability to rehearse and rehearse and rehearse. It then comes down to grab shots. You know what you want roughly, and if it's not perfection, you have to back off a bit and say, well, I've got to get coverage.
Ken! Yes, for f***'s sake, Ken! Look, Ken, why did you send your rod off before we even got past the rod? Don't record that.
I have a very short fuse. I mean, it's notorious. It's a joke in the crew. It's just, everybody feels the pressure, and I probably carry it the least well. I need calm producers and calm people around me because I do go off the handle quite a bit, but I recover quite quickly.
Go up there. Can we clear the field down here, please? Is that a 20 mil on that? Yeah. Quickly. Do this one quickly. Here we go!
The latest state-of-the-art computer techniques were used in the commercial, blending together old film from 1959 and new film to bring the message home. It was a delicate, time-consuming operation, but that attention to detail was vital. It was a reflection of the importance of the campaign to Shell.
Gemini is a unique high-technology product with a whole package of benefits, not least of which is its price compared to synthetics. It may cost a bit more than the run-of-the-mill multigrade, but then you do get so much more. We're getting very serious about Gemini.
£4.5 million is very serious money.
I looked at the weather report this morning and last night, and the frontal systems are such. This may go through, but it's, I mean, they did predict today would be rain, but they're also predicting that this afternoon is intermittent showers and possibly slow clearing. I think we'll somehow get through. We'll get something. I mean, we'll get it and we'll finish it.
Here at Snetterton, the commercial is finished. The impact of that commercial, coupled with a massive press campaign, will point the way forward for Gemini. Times have really changed.